Hi, I'm Zoltan, and I'd like to talk to you about sound production and pizzicato sound for jazz for the next couple of minutes here. So, the way I see it is that pizzicato actually comes from two different things, the total of two different things that you can do with your right hand. And one of them is to not to force things. Is what you want to do is you want to put your finger onto the string here, and kind of almost like a hook, just kind of hook your finger onto the string, this part of our finger here, especially when we're comping, and just put it on there and kind of hook the string like that. And at that point, what you need to do is just let your arm fall and basically just play by using nothing more but your arm weight. That's all you need to do on different strings, different fingers, just hook them in there and let your arm just do the work for you and let the force of gravity help you. So that's one of the things that you can do when, or you really should do when you're playing jazz pizzicato. And then the other thing is that to help the sound, to produce a little bit of a bigger sound, we can also just pluck the string a little bit. We don't have to pluck it very hard, and you don't have to really force your fingers by plucking very hard, because that will make your sound quite rigid and unnatural. So just a little bit of plucking gives a little bit more body to the note that you're playing, and so that combined with your arm folding and taking advantage of gravity with your arm, you'll be able to produce quite a nice big tone here, let's say on different strings, with your first finger, with your second finger. And that is a very important part of playing jazz. It's a very important part of playing any kind of music to have great sound production, because one of the first things that everybody will hear is your sound, and what a band and other people will look for in your playing is what your sound is. If you have a good, well-centered and round sound, you're actually doing really well. So it's really important to work on that. Now, I used to do this just on open strings, and I used to just play really long notes, so very just kind of played on the different strings here, and just very slowly, just to make sure that I had a little bit of pluck, and I let my arm go to have a nice sound. And eventually, of course, you'll start to play some stopped notes and play some bass lines, play different scales, arpeggios, musical pieces. But it's important that you have both of these elements, the slight plucking of your finger, and also letting your arm go. And those, to me, then constitute a real nice and round sound. Now, just to say one thing about this, it's something that you develop throughout months and months and probably even years of playing, practicing, and just hearing yourself, adjusting your fingers, adjusting your arm, adjusting where your shoulder is. And it's very much the same like playing the French bow, where you really just want to take advantage of your arm weight and gravity, and not force anything. That's a very important point here, not to force the instrument, because you will never get a great sound out of forcing things. So just try to be very natural and almost actually kind of light, but with a great, nice big tone as a result. Okay. Great. Now that is just a little bit about sound production, and we'll find out more in another episode. And my name is Zoltan, and you can also find out a lot of stuff about double bass and electric bass on my website, zoltansbasslounge.com.